Buongiorno from our home in Sicily. We recently did a video all about the must-eat foods here in Sicily, including street foods, sweets, and pastas. But guess what? Here in Sicily, the number of foods that you can try is just endless. So we thought, why not? Let's do a part 2.
We're going to kind of fine-tune things on this one over here just a little bit for you. Different things, not the traditional things that you saw last week, Esther. So let's get started. What are we going to talk about?
So let's start out with the lunch items. Let's say you're out and about, you're touring, and you have some time for lunch. So I would say go into a cafe or what they call here a bar. Now, last week, we talked about arancini, and those are definitely great things, but there are other things like the cipollini, which is a pastry with onions in it. There's the cunzato, also with ham and cheese and different things. There's also the spinach one, and different places have different fillings that you can try.
Of course, every town has got restaurants that are open with their luncheon menus, which is a lot different than the dinner menus, okay? And typically they stay open till what time? Usually
about 3 o'clock.
About 3 o'clock, and then afterwards they close, and then they open up typically around 7:30 for the dinner fare. But not only can you get beautiful takeaway things like she's talking about in terms of sandwiches, but they also have an assortment of pastas as well.
Yes.
Lunch pastas.
Yes.
Involtini di spaghetti.
Involtini di spaghetti. Wow.
Fritturina di ricotta. La ricotta fritta.
Sale e pepe.
Sì. Peperoncini e ragù.
Maccheroncino
C'erano scritti. Sotto.
con spinaci.
Sì.
Buona. One of our favorites, or one of his favorites, is pasta al forno. So what's pasta al forno? Pasta al forno is a pasta that you make separately, with the sauce, whatever sauce you want to use, and then you put it in a baking dish. You put the pasta in there, put some more sauce if you want, and cheese, and bake it.
We used to call it baked macaroni. We'd use a small penny pasta, and they serve it in a tin, such as, what is that thing called? An aluminum tin. You could have a smaller size or a bigger size. They're about $3 to €5, excuse me, and they fill you up. That's like a go-to lunch for a lot of people. Pasta al forno. I love
let me
that.
just
Baked
stay
macaroni.
on that for a second. That what you can also
me.
do is, if you really want to make it cheesy, I sprinkle some Parmesan cheese or something. You can put some mozzarella on the top, and then when you take a bite out of it, the mozzarella goes. Woo, 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 woo. So if you want to make it cheesy, use that.
We didn't talk about this, but however many pastas that you'll see, a variety of, usually they have 3 or 4 pastas out on the bars and
during the lunch,
about 3 or 4. But the rice is also underrated. The different types of rices that they have. The baked rice, if it's done right, man, I'll tell you, it's killer as well. So you have a nice choice of pasta, you have a nice choice of rice, you have a nice choice of takeaway sandwiches, right?
And another arancini and so forth. And then you can go, this is really big here in Sicily, where you can go to some supermarkets and they'll have takeout food. So that's also a delicious meal if you're able to maybe eat it back in your apartment or hotel or villa, or even take it down to the beach. But they have a great assortment of foods, including risottos and different types of pastas, and we didn't even mention the eggplant parmesan. That's a great little lunch food to have. They also have it on many dinner menus, but that's also a great lunch takeout food. This is what the inside of the eggplant parmesan looks like. This one has eggs. She doesn't put any ham, but there are some people that do put ham. And that's what it looks like in a pan. There's the caponata, pepperoni, there's the eggplant, the mushrooms. These are very typical side dishes. And of course, salads.
They don't have quote-unquote sub-shops or grinder shops like they do in the United States here. However, if you go into a good deli where they're selling cold meats and so forth, and they have fresh bread there, they will build one for you. They will make you a sandwich that is so good, you just will go crazy, okay? With fresh bread, and whether it's prosciutto cotto or salami and all sorts of different things that you could put on it with, it's just amazing.
Artichokes and olive oil,
Oh,
sun-dried
killer.
tomatoes,
Killer,
different types
yeah.
of cheese. And typically in a lot of the markets, you'll go to the Ballarò or the market in Catania or the one in Ortigia. There's a couple of really, really good panini makers, and you get your bread and make layers of things in there. So that's a really great thing for lunch here. You could really fill up on a lot of these items for lunch. Now, the other thing is, at these markets, they also have some, but not many fish items, but they'll typically definitely have like a petto di pollo, chicken breast, either cottoletto, like a cutlet, or different meats as a cutlet. But that's a very popular thing, having chicken cutlets here in Sicily.
Don't overeat. In my view, there's no saying in Sicily you have breakfast like a king, you have lunch like a prince, and then you have dinner like a pauper. People usually eat good at this time of the day, 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and then at nighttime they're not going to have a big, huge meal, except, of course, if they go out to a restaurant for an occasion, then they get to eat, they get to chow down. But there's a variety of things, as she's saying, that we couldn't have mentioned possibly on the first video we did, because
right.
there's just a variety of things here to eat.
Okay, we also forgot to mention the lasagna. The lasagna is a very important lunch item, although they do have it on some restaurant menus. But listen to me, a lot of restaurants will not have it only on Sunday, because it's typically a Sunday meal.
Yeah.
If you're with a group of people and you get to know the owners or the waiters, you can even request a lasagna for one day, which is something that we often do. But let me tell you that the traditional lasagna is different than the Sicilian lasagna, and here's our friend Simone explaining exactly what the difference is. Lasagna? Buona.
Questa la lasagna è bolognese.
Bolognese.
Sì, bolognese.
Quindi, noi la faremo anche con l'uovo, il prosciutto, però la facciamo più delicata questa.
Quindi questa
Questa è diciamo quella classica, tradizionale, la lasagna.
E come fai a lasagna siciliano?
La lasagna siciliana mettiamo uovo sodo, prosciutto, formaggio, besciamella e ragù, bella tosta.
Buona.
Bella buona. Qualche volta la facciamo.
Ok, guarda che buono. Look at all the other stuff.
A vegetable lasagna is good, with just vegetables with no meat. Spinach lasagna. They have 10,000 different types of lasagnas, and when you find the one that you like, right, you'll probably go back there for a second or a third time while you're here.
Typically, it's very light, and the ones here in Sicily also more of a white sauce instead of a bolognese sauce.
It's not thick too. Like the United States, you have like 15 layers. Over here, you'll see 3 layers, maximum 3 layers, and it's delicious though. You'll really, really enjoy the lasagna here. Okay,
Now we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about pizza. All right, so first of all, lunch pizza. The lunch pizza here, especially in Palermo, it's called sfincioni, and it's squared and it's thick and very little cheese. It's mostly tomato and different toppings. Some of them even have like some kind of a fish topping on it. But typically all over Sicily, you will have what's called a lunch pizza, which is a simple round or square pizza.
a couple of things I want to say about the afternoon pizza. The round ones are okay. They're about that big.
Yeah.
It's primarily dough, okay, with a little dollop of sauce and a little dollop of cheese on it. And they're usually $1.50, okay?
€2, like
€2, yeah.
€3.
Okay, you can get those. Now, the places that do sell like a traditional square piece of pizza would be the panificios, okay? The bread makers. That pizza, though, is not made in a wood-fired oven. Like just about any reputable pizzeria, which really isn't open during the daytime, by the way, except in the touristic areas. They don't open because they don't start their ovens until 6 o'clock, and by the
Especially
time
in
they're
the
ready to go,
summer.
it's 7:30, right? is that you'll get a good pizza at nighttime instead of a day pizza. The only time I eat a day pizza is when I'm desperate. I mean, there's no need for me to eat a day pizza if I know that I can go to that place, that pizzeria over here, to get a pizza that would just,
Wood oven pizza, and the great
it's
thing
great.
is,
It's good.
so the pizza, so let's move on to the night stuff. The pizza here in Sicily, especially some areas here in Catania, is a little bit of the thinner type, more of the Napolitano. Meanwhile, in the West, they do have a little bit of a thicker, but you always have your basic margarita, and then, we go to pizza places where you can have 40 types of pizza with all types of toppings.
One suggestion, okay? If you like the pizza like they make in the east coast of Sicily, New York area, or Boston area, where it's thin and crispy, make sure you order it ben cotto, well done, so it's crispy. Because the pizzas are not crispy unless you specify that they're going to be crispy. And by the way, for those of you who don't even like tomato sauce, they make a 4-cheese pizza that's just crazy. They make vegetarian pizzas that are
with
just
all types of
crazy.
things. With
they have
mushrooms,
gluten-free pizzas.
artichokes.
So good places have a variety for any palate at all, in my view, for pizza. And they're inexpensive, right? €10, maybe €12 if you get something special on them. What they don't have is pineapple pizza, though. No pineapple pizza.
But seriously, you can get all types of vegetables, as Alfred said, but also all types of pepperoni, which is not, by the way, do not say pepperoni unless you want a pepper on your pizza. So
I have
pepper.
one more suggestion about pizza.
One second. So if you want a pepperoni pizza, what do you say, Al? You want salami.
Yeah.
You want a piece of salami on it. They also have some sausage meat and really all types of meat. One of people's favorite is the mortadella with pistachio. Let me tell you, that is a delicious one.
Well, if you're going to get cheese, make sure you, two suggestions. Mozzarella, right? Mm-hmm. The cheese.
The buffa.
The buffa of the buffalo is just terrific. I suggest if you get a mushroom pizza, you want to get the mushrooms cooked aside, because when they put the mushrooms on the pizza, they're raw. And when they get cooked in the oven, what happens is your pizza pie is mushy in the center. So you pick up the crust and the rest of it stays there because the mushrooms sweat. So get the mushrooms on the side, make sure they're cooked, and then simply place them on the pizza. My favorite pizza, though, is my go-to is the pizza margherita with anchovies on top of it. Terrific. That's all I want to get. Sometimes I don't get the anchovies. When I get it, it's with the anchovies. That's my view.
Pane cunzata, going back to items that we didn't talk about, pane cunzata is really, the translation is bread that is condito, that has some kind of topping on it. And really, that type of a meal has been here really since the Roman times. And now it's become sort of a hip thing that you go, especially to the Aeolian Islands, it's everywhere, pane cunzato. So different places make it in different ways. Here you can get, it's almost like a focaccia bread that's a little bit toasted, and then you could get everything from mozzarella to fresh tomatoes to tuna to mozzarella and mortadella and pistachio cream, which is a great combination. Or you can get the vegetarian one, or different types of toppings. But if you want to be adventurous and try something completely different, try the pane cunzata. And let me tell you that different regions do have different types of this type of a meal, pane cunzata. Over there in Ragusa, they have it closed. Over here in Catania and the Aeolian Islands, many places they have it open.
I love that, and it kind of looks like a pizza, except there's no red sauce on it. But the bread is completely different than the pizza dough, number one. And number two, it's so good, okay? So good for you, and it's healthy, too. My favorite is the tuna when I get that with the mozzarella balls. just good.
But wait a sec, it's not just everyday tuna. It's not
No.
tuna out of a can.
Right.
It's high-end tuna
Yeah.
coming from Marzamemi or one of those other fishing villages, and it's thick and it's, you know, almost like a steak.
So these are all good things to have for lunchtime. So now I'm getting hungry. Let's go to a restaurant. And what do you suggest we eat at a restaurant, Esther?
Well, let's start out with getting you one of your favorite dishes, and that's nero de seppia.
The black ink sauce made with cuttlefish. Cuttlefish, kind of like a cousin to the octopus. It's black, but the sauce is sweet. And the black ink is caused by the cuttlefish, which is kind of shoots in the. It's a sack that shoot, and they kind of shoot it for protection. But when the fishermen get them, it's a little sack, and they make a regular Italian sauce, and they break the sack open, and they put it's black, and it's delicious. And like all fish types of pastas, you're not supposed to put cheese on it.
Nope.
It could be potentially a deportable offense for some. Although we do know one fella, the late Carmen DeMarco, when we used to go with Carmen, God rest his soul, he used to put ricotta salata, I believe, right?
Cheese on everything.
He used to put cheese on everything, but
God bless him.
normally we don't see this. So number one, that's a go-to one.
But let me tell you that
It leaves your mouth black too and your tongue black.
it's, for some people, it's an acquired taste. If you
Yeah.
do like something like that, try it. Speaking about fish, let me tell you, one of my favorite dishes in the whole entire world is cozzi in red sauce, which is mussels in red sauce. And I love it so much that I usually have it as my main meal. Now, some places you can get it in the red sauce, some people with the white sauce. Now, I know back wherever you're watching, you can get mussels as well, but really it's available in most restaurants because, well, the mussels are so readily available everywhere. And it's been always a part of the cuisine here in Sicily, going back hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. But mussels, if you like mussels, I would say try the mussels, the zuppa di cozzi, with pomodoro, with the red sauce. Some people, again, like it in the white wine sauce. I prepare it with the red sauce. Now, that's also because it's so prevalent here. Mussels, why don't you get a plate of mixed fish that comes with mussels, it comes with shrimp, it comes with vongole, which is clams, and that is a great dish to try, especially if you're going to a restaurant by the water.
I have two other fish pasta dishes before we move on to something else. Number one, of course, is the pasta with the clams. Pasta vongole, as she says. They're the small little sweet ones. They're delicious. It's usually on a white sauce or a white with olive oil and so forth. It's delicious. And for those of you who are esoteric and want to be adventurous, try the pasta with the ichi, the sea urchins. That's another good one. There's a bazillion types, and we're just trying to name the major ones.
Wait a second. If you missed the last video and are going, what about pasta alla norma? What about pasta gonzale? Blah, blah, blah. Guess what? We talked about it all on the other video. Of course, I'll leave you a link if you missed that video. Watch that one for sure, because we mentioned several other must-have pastas. We also talk about the pasta in trapani and so forth, but these are just some additional pastas that we didn't mention last time.
Let me just quickly talk to you about a whole raft of ravioli dishes that you could have. Of course, you could have the ravioli with the cheese. They're delicious, but I would suggest in the fine restaurants they have the ravioli with the zucca, which is terrific. That's pumpkin, which is just good.
Pumpkin sauce.
They have the ravioli with the shrimp inside, which, by the way, is great. And if you go to a high-end restaurant, those in Taormina and some in Catania, they even have lobster in them too. Okay, expensive.
Watch out.
Yeah, that one is an expensive one, but they have a big variety of ravioli that you ought to try. Pastas, raviolis.
You find those a little bit less than the traditional other, but there are some restaurants that have it. Now, Al,
I'm listening.
Al, what's one of the most important fish that we have here in Catania, and actually everywhere in Sicily, and is available in every single restaurant?
Pesce spada.
Pesce spada, swordfish. If you love swordfish, get a swordfish. They're served thin with olive oil, parsley, lemon, and that's it. If you like swordfish, trust me, you'll love this. But really, if you go to a restaurant, you'll have typically a display case, and you go over there and you can pick your fish. And some of the oratas and spigola, sea bass, sea bream are great. They're just put on a grill and fantastic.
Well, the last item I really want to talk about is your selection of meats and poultry that they have. Chicken, of course, they have a million types of different chicken. You can get chicken. By the way, if you get a chicken breast, you're going to get a slice. You're not going to get like a whole big breast like you get in the United States. But it's deliciously cooked with
Wait,
oil.
let me just stay on that chicken.
Yeah, okay, with the oil, with the lemon, with the parsley on top. They're thin little, kind of like cutlets. They look like a cutlets, but they're oh so good.
Yeah.
What did you want to talk about?
Well,
for
just
chicken?
about chicken, that typically you won't find as much of a selection of chicken dishes as you would in the United States.
Right.
So there's no chicken parm, there's no,
Right.
You'll get breaded chicken mainly at lunch, at dinner, exactly what Alfred said, those, chicken, some places they grill it so it comes out pretty good. So there is chicken available.
In terms of meat, okay, I hammer all the time that the steak here is not like the steak in the United States, quite obviously, because there's no GMO stuff in the wheat that the cattle eat. Most of it's free range, so as a result, it's not as good by far that the American steak eater is used to. Like, there's really no Delmonico steak here, unless you get the Florentine steak,
Yeah.
which is, beaucoup expensive. I would suggest, however, the veal. The way that they do veal here is a lot better than the way that they do in the United States. They have a nice variety of veal here. Every so often you'll see involtini, which are rolled meat. Of course, they also have rolled swordfish. They have a whole bunch of rolled stuff.
Rolled sardines.
Yeah, right. They have a lot. And finally, my last warning, so to speak, is I am not in favor of buying oysters unless I physically see that they're on ice, okay? It bothers me when I go to these outdoor markets that people are eating oysters and the sun is just beating down on the oysters. For me,
You sort
that's
of
a
have to
no-no.
know. Well,
Yeah.
I have a guy in Ortigia, and I know he has it fresh, and I've had 100% luck.
Right.
But let me just go back to the steak for a second, because we have found some places that will make really good thick steak like you would get in the United States,
Yes.
and really not that expensive, between 20 and 25 euro. So it's quite good, and we even got to see one of them making it, and he uses butter, and he does a great job. And I know across Sicily there are places that you can get good meat. It's just not as prevalent.
They're trying to
Beef, I should say,
they're
beef.
trying to, and of course, the pork. You have to say about the pork here is great. The pigs, especially from the Mount Etna area, the sausages are just, the sausages are
We
so
didn't even
good.
talk about the sausages.
Right.
If you go to a festival, especially in a festival, get grilled meats. They'll
Yeah.
be doing sausage, they'll be doing other types of meats, but that's a great thing to try as well.
One hint I have, okay, don't fill up on bread and olive oil. Okay, the reason I'm saying that is because if you do fill up on bread and olive oil, and if you have a primo first course, by the time you get to the main event, so to speak, you're going to be full and you're not going to want to eat it. You can get bread and oil any place you want here, of course, but I always kind of say, hey, get a bruschetta. Get the small little pieces of bread where they put tomatoes on top of it, olive oil, salt and pepper, and parsley or something like that. If you need to have that but if you have 2 or 3 huge pieces of bread before you have your dinner time,
Well-
those carbs will kill you. Like
Well,
that. Go ahead.
in my opinion,
Yeah.
the bread is so different here and so much better than the United States that if you love bread, don't have 2 or 3, but certainly take a piece of bread, especially if they have the one that's crunchy on the outside and soft on the inside. Put some olive oil on your plate and dip it. For sure, if you get those mussels that I talked about with the red sauce or white sauce, you can't have it without dipping the bread. So I'm going to say do try some bread, but not a lot. In moderation, and really that should be your entire motto for coming and eating here. I would eat your way through the day, but taking little bites all day. especially starting with the breakfast with the granita that we talked about, and then having the lunch items we talked about. Even sharing it with a partner or a friend is great, or having it for dinner.
Yeah, and last thing I want to talk about seriously is, okay, what are you going to have with the meals, these delicious meals? You're going to have wine, okay? And typically they have wine menus for you, but honestly, I just go with the local wine, Vino Locale, whether it's white or red. And if you got to buy a bottle off the menu, the prices can range on the low from 20 all the way up to 80 and 90 euro. So be careful with the wine in terms of the pricing. And stick to the Sicilian wines. If you're in
Oh, yeah.
Sicily, obviously you ought to drink the Sicilian wines. That's what I wanted to say about wine.
That's right. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Listen, there's one thing that we'd like to ask you. If you haven't yet joined our community, you can hit the join right here. And for $1.99 a month, you just help support our channel. We really, really appreciate it. And let's see. Oh, by the time you're watching this, I'm going to be in the United States, so we're going to probably do a live from there coming very, very soon. And what else? It's mid-February, and the weather is getting nicer and nicer, so I'm so excited.
I want to say one thing, okay? Last thing that I will say before I say goodbye is on April the 17th, I'm having a meet and greet in Lawrence, Massachusetts at Salvatore's Restaurant between 4 and 7 o'clock for the benefit of the Sicilian Project. That's our nonprofit where we teach kids how to speak English or introduce them to English language. If you can come there at the door, it's $30. Or if you buy a ticket for our raffle, go online, www.thesicilianproject.com, enter the raffle, and when you come, just show us that you bought a raffle ticket and we'll let you in. We're going to have a nice assortment of food, pizzas, and a whole bunch of other stuff there.
Summer, I can't be there.
I want to thank Mike Agricola, the owner of Sal's Riverwalk. He gave us a 35% discount on his normal prices for this. So he appreciates it, and we certainly appreciate it. So hope to see you there. Let us know if you're going to come, too.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for sticking with us. Have a great day. Buona domenica, and let me just finish like I usually do because it's such a beautiful view. Want to say goodbye?
Sa benedica. Grazie per tutti.
I don't know if you guys can see, but it is, see all the flowers, the yellow flowers? Polka dot of yellow everywhere. Grazie. Ciao. See you next week.